Miss Chloe Flosstube. A big welcome back if you are returning. I love seeing all of you come back through. And a big hi, hello, how are you to anyone that might be new. I'm so glad that you found me. This is my corner of the internet where I get to talk about my craft and share my journey with you guys. So today I have an unboxing. It is the day after Frogwarts, hence the setup. So we've just had our retreat, which ran for about 4 days, 5 days maybe. You'll have to excuse me, I am a little bit zonked up here. I did stay up for almost the entire thing. I got a total of 5 hours sleep for retreat, and then I fell asleep during our last live at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I was awake long enough to, you know, see my family, do a few little human things, and then eat dinner, and I went back to bed, and I didn't get up until about 10 a.m. the next morning. So I've had a good sleep. For all of those who are worried about me sleeping, thank you. It was very sweet. I am okay. I am okay. That's what recovery day is for. It is to sleep. And I have woken up today to find a package from my mailman. So this is pretty typical for me. The box usually arrives the day after retreat or 2 days after the retreat. I think out of 4 years it's happened 3 times now. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's still here. And I thought I'd open it up and share with you. Now I have just cut the tape on the top. I haven't looked inside, but as those who were at retreat with me know, I got a lovely private unboxing from the wonderful Landis ladies because I was very, very blessed. Because I was a prefect this year, which meant I had to go through and mark everybody's work. So to make sure that I wasn't spoiled by the needle minder that might be on the piece or anything in the background or anything in stash dives, I got to see it all come to life firsthand. But I'm still so excited to open this box. Like, it's my favorite one of the year. For me, I think it's better than Christmas. It's just my favorite thing. So I'm gonna unfold it now. And the first thing we have is our pamphlet. And of course, being year 4, we've got the Triwizard Cup. So we've got the cup on the front. On the back, we have our photo challenge, and we have our featured photos. So there's mine in the middle there. That's really cool. The Projecto Patronum light is really fun. I love it. It runs on both batteries and on a USB cord. So I think that's really great. I had mine up here in front of Slytherin. It was running all retreat. So this one on the back says that all photos must be posted by July 31 because this was printed before the boxes were delayed. We have been told that the photos will now be counted up until and including the 15th of August. So don't worry too much about getting them in straight away. You can get them in anytime from now because it did of course start on July 12th. So if you're going to take your photos, get them in and use the hashtag Frogwarts Year 4 BNS. And you will be entered into the draw for a $25 Etsy gift card, but also a possible highlight spot on the back of the pamphlet, which is really cool. Really cool. So as you guys know, the pamphlets look like this on the inside. This is just telling us about the retreat that was going on, all of the spoiler information, which will pop up here, because you don't need to hear me stumble through reading that every day when I'm tired. And a letter from the wonderful Landis ladies. Look at them, they're so beautiful. I love these girls. Okay, so I think we should get into it and we should see what surprises hold. Okay, so first up, we've got this beautiful mermaid project bag. Here's the info. And look at her, isn't she gorgeous? So she's from the prefect's bathroom. Sorry for the crinkies. Slide. And this is the perfect size pouch, you guys. We've got the giant ones, which is great when you're doing a project like Frogwarts and you're crazy like me, because I'm doing it all on one piece of fabric, and I need a big place to keep her. But for the smaller stuff, this is just the right size. It fits in my work bag. It can go everywhere with me. And I just think it's really good because they're quite roomy inside. This one has a beautiful blue lining. And the mermaid on the front. She looks a little bit benevolent. I reckon she is up to mischief. What do you guys think? I love this design. I think it's just gorgeous. All right. Next up in here, I have this temporary tattoo. It is a dark mark tattoo. I believe the person that created it, info up here, is also a tattoo artist. So this is like proper, you guys. How cool is that? I love it. The detail in here is nuts. The snake is really beautiful and the skull's cracked. I love it so much. I love it so much. Look at this. The only problem, right, is it's a temporary tattoo and I never know when I should use them. Because once it's used, right? So what should I do about that? When do you reckon I should use it? Just like for next Frogwarts and hope for the best? Or should I just use it as a bookmark? Because I think it would be a really great bookmark too. Oh, the box keeps sliding off my lap. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. Ugh. Okay, we'll take one of the heavier things out and give it a chance to breathe, shall we? So we've got a box in our box. And I think you guys know what it's going to be because we get one. Oh, they're hard to open. Every year I can't open this. What's going on? Okay, I got it. I had to go and get help. I had to go and get help. These are deceptively difficult. So, in our box, we got a Year 4 mug. So we've got the maze with the Beauxbatons carriage and horses. And there's our dragon in the background. The Triwizard Cup is on the front. And then we've got the Hogwarts Castle and the Gemstone ship with the giant squid. And there's a mer person hanging out down there. These mugs are beautiful. Katie does herself such a great job with this artwork. I love it so much. My husband loves them too. So these mugs are always in use in our house. We have a fourth one now. He will be very excited. But I think I am going to have to see if I can buy a full extra set at the end of the retreats because they are used so heavily in my house. I love that this one is quite a bit lighter than the last few years. So it's really nice to see it sort of come up as the books get darker. I think that's really cool. Isn't it beautiful? I love these cups so much. Okay. Okay, next up we have, oh my god, this. Constant Vigilance. This is a stress ball. It's Mad Eye Moody's eyeball. And I'm so happy that we got something that says Constant Vigilance because after this book I said it all the time. This is a little stress ball, which is actually really firm. I really quite like it. It's really nice to play with. This could be a problem. I might not put this down. This is excellent though. This is something you really want as a stitcher because it's going to release all that tension and all of those sore muscles. It's going to help them to uncramp from stitching for the 7-hour sprint, which we had at the end of retreat, and we've had at the end of every retreat. You guys can probably see this is my list here. This is the list of all the challenges that we did. So there's 24 of them for the entire weekend, and it was just so much fun. So they're all marked up in different colors to tell me how many stitches I did or what would fit the prompt. I did work on Year 4 the whole time, spoiler alert. And I'll show you what it looks like at the end of the video because I did actually finish it. So I got my 100 house points and I was a very happy little camper. But yes, squishy squishy eyeball. I am so excited to use this. This is going to go in my every year Frogwarts kit because I have one of those now. And let me know if you're interested too. I will do a small video if you are on the contents of my Frogwarts kit in preparation for Year 5 because I have things that I've used every single year, things that have come in real handy, little tips and things for you. And I wasn't quite fast enough to get it up for Year 4, but if you are interested, I can do it for Year 5. All right, next up we've got 30 Bots Every Flavor Floss. I love this floss packet. It's so pretty. So if you haven't done Frogwarts before, if you haven't seen the previous unboxings, they do 1 packet of every flavor floss every year. So there are different colors in it, and it's so cute and so much fun. Ooh, this year's got a lot of pastel-y colors. They are so pretty. So we have, and these are all from Color and Cotton, as they are every year. So this is Berry Crunch, and it's got both light and dark blue in it. Oh, there, it's coming up pretty well. And then we've got Sugar Quill, which again is a variegated pink. It's coming a little bit washed out, but it goes to almost white in some places, which is really cool. And we've got Canary Cream, which is very similar to the pink. It goes to an almost white, and it's very soft. We've got Peach, which is absolutely gorgeous. So it's oranges and yellows. It's really pretty. I could do a campfire in this and it would look amazing. And then finally I've got Chocolate Frog, and it is just this gorgeous rich brown color. I really like this. I really like this. I have all the other years of every flavor floss. I have not used them. I'm aware that waiting for 7 years is going to be a long time, but I think that it's worth it. They're just so pretty. And I plan to use them all in one project. So that's why I haven't used them yet. But yeah, that's them. And I'm going to pop them back in this little box because that is where they belong until I use them. And one day I will, and it will be great. So I have a few plans for a secret project at the end of 7 years, but we will see. Next up in here, we've got the SPEW, Society for Elfish Welfare hat. Take off my cat ears. Cute. So I now have actual sportswear, because we had a day where you were supposed to take a photo in your sportswear, and I looked through my house and I was just like, there is none. So I guess this counts, right? I hope it counts. This will be really good. I am hoping to do a bit more walking in the upcoming year, and just get out in my neighborhood a bit more. So now I will have some protection. And it's actually pretty cute. The logo has Dobby on it. Is it coming up clearly? I hope so. There he is. So it's really, really cute. It's very red. Like Gryffindor red. Like, she's bright, you guys. So I might have to wear it with like black clothes to help it tone just a little bit. Boop. Put my cat ears back on. I did wear these all retreat again. I just find them really useful in stitching challenges. I can push back all my hair underneath them without having to try and find the headband because it's not flat. And I'm very aware, in, I think it was year 2, we got Fable bands, which was gorgeous. But I don't know if this happens to anyone else. Mine just kind of goes and like shoots off the back of my head. It doesn't stay. So if you have tips on how to actually use those bands so that they stay on my head, I'd appreciate that, because I'm down to the cat ears. That's what they're for. And I just thought it was appropriate to wear them in this video because I wore them all retreat. So, you know, you guys have seen me in them. It's good. Okay. Next up, we have the Bestitch Me fabric. So I got 32 count Lugana. It is an 1/8 of a yard, and it is Quick Coats Quill. I'm so excited about this fabric. So there is no pop-up for this one. There's no pop-up. It's not going there. Don't look for it. Because the information for this one is not actually in the pamphlet. So again, it is by Bestitch Me. Here is the detail, because we did have a vendor change at the last moment and the pamphlets were already printed. Look at that, you guys. It's so pretty. Look at these colors. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. You all know my favorite color is green, right? And now I have just the best fabric. And being Bestitch Me, it's going to be really stable, so I can do things as 1/1 on this and they will sit really nicely. I do have another piece of Bestitch Me fabric, and it is gunmetal. It is also the 32 count even weave like this. And I have been able to do a 1/1 project on it with no issues at all. So I'm actually going to get to fit quite a bit on this, which is very exciting. Okay, next up I have the cutest pen to show you guys. It's a little hard to read, but it says, "This is a portkey." And it's got a maze inside of it. I used to be obsessed with these pens when I was a kid. Because I really liked, you know, mental games and little things. So I'm doing it now. I used to play with them all the time. I had a blue one and a green one, and I also had like a box that had 6 different faces, and you could change the maze in there to try and get it from point A to point B. And I've just always really loved these little, like, oh no, I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. It's very distracting. It's very distracting, Katie. But I love it. And I always just thought that they were the most fun pens. Because, you know, they did more than just write. They were really good when you were tired and you couldn't think anymore. Oh look, I got both the balls up to the top. Hey, I think I did it. But yeah, it's got a really nice, like, fairly wide grip on it as well, which is good because sometimes you get pens and they're super skinny and they hurt your hands after a while. So I think that this will be a very useful pen for not only the boredom distraction, but also to write with, just because of the size of it. It is very nice to hold. This would have been great in retreat for passwords, so this will also probably go into my pack to use for next year for when we're in chats and when we start talking about things, because I always come out of chats with like this huge list of stuff in my head, and because I fell asleep straight after Frogwarts, I didn't write them down. All I can really hear is like us getting deliriously tired and singing the final countdown, which was a good time. It was a great time. For any of those who sang with me, thank you. But I think this will be very handy for next year with a little pad of paper from last year. We got the monster book to write down everything that we talk about in our chats, so that I can actually make a list of the videos I'm supposed to watch and the books I'm supposed to read and all the fun things. Oh, next up we have the blanket. I forgot scissors again. Hold please. I've returned. Oh, I love new blanket feel. It's like silk. Ooh. So this is the Yule Ball blanket. I will take a photo and I will insert it now. So this blanket is absolutely gorgeous and silky soft. It has Ron in his dress robes with long hair, and it's just everything. And then we've got the champions dancing at the front with their partners. And it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. I love that Hermione is right in the middle at the front. I think she plays a pretty big part in this book, and it's really great that she got recognized. So I'll cut back to my face now, because I think you've all had long enough to stare at my pretty, pretty blanket. I'm very excited. I believe this is the 6th blanket that the Society has released. So we had the Up All Night blanket, which was just one more stitch. We had the Camp blanket, which was Small Stitchin'. We had the Stitches Coven at Halloween. We had Stitching Warms My Heart at Christmas. And we got Phantom of the Opera in the Novels and Needles box not too long ago. So I officially have every single blanket. My husband thinks that I should not have as many blankets as I do, but I'm getting more because blankets are the best. Blankets are the best, and these will serve you really well during Frogwarts as well. It is July here, so it gets freezing cold because this is the middle of winter for us. And I not only had 2 blankets that I was under the whole time on my chair, because this was my chair, but I had the other blankets on the bed. And I would crawl into it for my nap, and just all the blankets. It was so warm and so lovely. And I never ever wanted to get up. But I did, because I wanted to come see you guys as well. And I feel like filming from bed's probably not a good look. So yeah. That was that one. And now I just keep touching it. Signs that I'm really tired. Like I get distracted by textures and stuff. So this, yeah. All the sleep I've had and I'm still tired. But I can't wait to like use this and have it on coals and stuff. It's just so soft and so lovely. It's so lovely, and I love the artwork on it. So like I said, there are 6 blankets out now, including this one. And this is the second one that has not had something stitchy related on it. So the last 2 blankets have not been stitching related. All the others have stitch or stitching written on them somewhere, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Shall we go back in the box? We'll go back in the box. She crinkly. This is so cool. This is the Quidditch World Cup wallet. So this is designed by the same person that did the project bag, which is super cool. They go together really nicely. And this is the ticket for Ireland versus Bulgaria. Isn't it cute? It's so pretty. I love the deep blues on the outside. Now, the last time the Society did a wallet, I missed out because I was not a subscriber as yet. Because it took me a while to be on the bandwagon for the bi-monthly box. And I have wanted that wallet for so long. It's so cute. It says I'd rather be buying cross-stitch supplies or something along those lines, and it's like a light pink. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I just never managed to get one. But that is okay, because now I have this one. And I am very excited. It's got a little space. You could put a zipper pull on it. Oh my god. Now I have to get a zipper pull. I think this will be really great for like small outings or date night. It'll go nicely with most of my outfits because they're greens and blues or black. So that'll go really, really nicely together, and it will hold everything for me. Inside it is black. And it's got your usual, so it's got card slots on both sides with a bigger one at the back for notes. And then it's got a divider in the middle, and then it's got a little zipper portion to put your change in. I love it so much. This is so cool. So cool. So we've got ticket numbers on it. And the greatest magical event of the year. Oh, it's so cool. So if you get really close to it, and I won't hold it up because I don't think my camera will focus that close, it's got International Quidditch Association on the top. And then underneath in small writing, the greatest magical event of the year. So that's really cool. I can't wait to use this. This is really pretty. Really pretty, you guys. Thank you. Next up, we have the thing I don't know what I got. This is the needle minder. Here's the info. So for those who don't know, the needle minders this year are a little bit different. So in the last years, we've got ones with our names on them, and they've been really, really magical and special. But this year, there's a collector's edition. This year, there are 4 different minders, and none of us know what we got because they come in these little baggies and we can't see. So everyone's got something different, and they are for the 4 different dragons from the tournament. So shall we see who I'm going to be fighting? Who'd I get? Who'd I get? It's really dark. Oh, it's upside down. I got the Hungarian Horntail. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? So like I said, there are the 4. So there's the Welsh Green, the Chinese Fireball, the Hungarian Horntail, and I forget. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Final Dragon is, because my brain is soup right now. Talk about being a spicy disaster. Oh my gosh. I'm sure you can tell me which one I'm missing in the comments. But yeah, this is the 4th one, and I'm so excited to own it. I do really want to get all 4 though. I don't even know if that's going to be a possibility, but I feel like I need to have all 4 dragons. Also, tell me which one you guys got. Tell me which one you guys have got. So I've got the Hungarian Horntail, and he or she is on a yellow background, which really complements her like colorings. It's really pretty. And I'd love to see what all the others look like. So if you do get a different one, post on Instagram, post on Facebook, tag me, send me a message. I need to see what you got. Okay, so there's not a lot left in here. There's a few little things. So I'm gonna do the freebies. Okay. We were very, very lucky this year, and we had some beautiful patterns dropped off to be put in all of our boxes. Fire wing designs. Oh, wow. Ooh, they're pretty. I'm sorry. I'm getting very distracted. Oh my God, I'm a spicy disaster this video. This is great. Okay. So I got Jade. And I got Dragonfly number 9, the fairy ring. These are really pretty. They're a lot bigger than I thought. I thought they were going to be the little like A5 size, but no, they're big patterns. These are gorgeous because they'll be really easy to read. I think they're really cool. Really cool. They're just gorgeous patterns. I can't wait to get on these and find something to stitch them on. They're going to look really pretty all done up. Everybody did get different patterns. So don't look at mine and think that these are what you're going to get. There was a whole catalogue of patterns that were given to us at the society, and the ladies slipped 2 into each and every box. So everyone gets something a little bit different. Again, I'd love to see which ones you've got. You can get these on Etsy. Firewing Design has an Etsy shop. And if you wrote to her and said, hey, I watched Miss Chloe's video and I really liked the jade dragon that was popped into her box, she will be able to tell you either which listing it is or create a listing for you so that you can go and get it. So do make sure you reach out to her if there's any in any of the people's videos that you like, because they can be yours. They can be yours. They're just not going to be paper-based anymore. So the company's moving to digital-based only, so you'll be able to get a PDF. Okay, next up, we're going back to the pamphlet. Here's a spoiler information. Woo! I've got the wax melt. So, everything's so sticky. So this is Care of Magical Creatures wax melts. There's too many little words on there. I'm just going to show you. They've got glitter in them, they're sparkly. And for those wondering, this is where your secret item is hiding in the box. Everyone was flipping out because people were confused that there was something secret. Oh, look at all that glitter. All that glitter. It's a very strong scent. Okay. So let's just be real careful and break it all apart. Whoop. Whoop. Here it is. I'm just going to put that back in the box so it doesn't go everywhere, but we've got this little gold foil packet. I'm just opening it over the open box because there's little bits of wax still in the foil. So it's all connected. Ugh. And it really doesn't want to come off. Okay. So we've got a plastic baggie. You hear it? I bet you can all guess what it is. I guessed what it was before the lady showed me because it's just so perfect and it goes with it so well. It's a little tiny niffler. Look at how cute he is. He is on a little lobster clip. So he go in a project bag. He somehow, my things had a little hole in it, so it does have a little bit of wax on it, but don't worry, I've pulled mine straight off, so it shouldn't damage yours. If you are worried, just use a hairdryer on a really low setting and like gently push it off to the edge, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Because that's what I've done with things that have come in candles in the past and have had holes in the packets, not from this company, but from other companies. And, you know, they're still fine and functioning, so we're all good. But that is what's in your wax melts. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. I don't know what I'm going to use him on, but I really love him. He looks a little bit confused and he's holding his gold coin. He's very sweet. He's very sweet, Katie. I love him. And there's a huge mess of like broken wax in my box now. Woo! And the final thing we have is our pattern book. So this is the pattern we got for this year. I think it's really, really cool. It's very nice. We've got the port key, the Quidditch cup hoops, the goblet of fire, because of course, the Beauxbaton carriage, Ferret Boy Malfoy, Mama Dragon, the egg, Rita Skeeter, Stupefy, the SPEW badge for Hermione, the Merman. We've got the Drumstrang ship. We've got the Blast-Ended Scroot, Mad Eye's eyeball and his potion, Accio, Potter Stinks, and the Graveyard. So there it is again. I did a little bit of an alternative. My graveyard also has Dedrick in it because we needed to, you know, honor him now that he is becoming a sparkly vampire and leaving the franchise. But here is mine. I'm sure you've seen, I've done little shorts of daily updates with what I've been doing, how much I've done. There have been the Song Flash updates, which I love doing for you guys, and I post almost every day. There is going to be a big video coming soon, The Magic of Frogwarts Year 4, and it will just go through what I did every single day for you. So this is my banner. So here we have Dedrick. I did make him sparkly in honor of Ross because Ross likes Twilight. I've done my quote at the bottom in Etoile, and it is the 1/1 quote. It is not backstitched. I have put Etoile into my goblet up here, so I did it in flames, and I've done it in the darker brown color just to really pop it up a little bit. I put some Etoile in my Beauxbaton carriage in the crossed wands on the door. So I just went over it in a light purple. My ferret boy has some extra whiskers. I felt like he needed 3 aside, so I gave him 3 aside. And I've also used a blend of the 2 whites. So we have B5200, which is a bright white, or 712, which is like more creamy and pale. And neither of them were quite what I wanted. So I put them together and I made him his own special floss. My Horntail, she is gorgeous. My Angry Mama Dragon, look at her. She was done in 3 different browns and white. So I have made some little changes. My friend Marsha, who was a first year this year, she was absolutely amazing. She let me borrow her change, which was the red color. And I think it really makes Mama Dragon pop. I loved that very much. I decided that my scales and my points needed to be backstitched. So all of the horns on Mama Dragon here are backstitched. And that was done in the brown black 3371. Thank you to Agatha for the suggestion of the color because I was not sure which one to do it in. And then I have used bright white for her teeth and the creamy white, so 712, for all of her points and scales. And I also did her flames and her egg in Etoile conversion. So it was the same colors, just in Etoile. The orange is C900, if anyone is looking for that, because that's not listed on the change card. Next up we have Rita Skeeter. She is tiny, tiny up there. So she was all in greens, but I changed out her neck green for purple because in the film she wears a jacket with a purple ruff. So I've done that, and I've also added in the purple for her glasses. I changed the colors of our spells because mine are all on one piece of fabric, and we have not had the spells in these colors for a couple of years. So I needed to bring them back because year 1 and year 3 have very similar or the same spell colors, and then year 2 has orange. So I needed to put some orange in here. So I chose Stupefy for that, and then I went with the yellow that was on Stupefy for Accio to bring the yellow across a little bit more. Next up we have our merman. My friend Amy converted him into Etoile, so I also did him in Etoile just to give him that little bit of shine and a little bit of a wet look, which I absolutely love. The ship, I did a little bit of backstitch on the sails just to pop them up. There are no changes to the others, except for Dedrick having a toile in him. He is now shiny, shiny, shiny boy. There he is. So this is about to go away for another year already. I did manage to finish during retreat, which was really nice because, you know, 100 house points, but also it was really nice for myself to get the challenge and to get it done. I really, really enjoyed doing it. I had so much fun. And I cannot wait for year 5 already. So Katie, get on that. Get on that and take me back. I was not ready to be released into the wild, to leave Frogwarts, and leave all my friends. I have spent the day wondering what I'm supposed to be doing and checking the time as if a password's going to pop up or a pop-up's going to come up or I should be in a live. So I'm not sure how work is going to go tomorrow because I feel very misplaced. But yeah, that is Frogwarts Year 4. The unboxing, and I'm kind of glad that it came late because you got to see the finished product and where I was up to, which is nice too. Thank you to everyone who has watched this far into the delirium because I'm sure I'm not clear and not making a lot of sense. And thank you to everyone that hung out with me during retreat. I was on the divination team for Ravenclaw and we just had the best time. You guys were so much fun to get to know. You wanted to chat heaps. And I really loved that. It was great to catch up with people from my old house as well. And it was so nice to see everybody in the chat rooms and just listen to you all and hear about what you were changing and your experiences and see all the different things you were stitching on to make my list of to buy like longer than my arm. Yeah, thank you all for just making it such a magical, inclusive and happy place. To everyone that came and everyone that's thinking of coming next year, I can't wait to see you. And I'm sure we will talk soon. But until then, guys, you stay safe, be happy and craft something beautiful.